Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Care Manager's Inner Circle. This little song just to kick things off. It's Hotel California by the Eagles, if you hadn't guessed already. On a doctor's night away, cool wind in my hair, a warm smell of glitters rising up in the air. Up ahead in the distance, saw a shimmering light. I grew heavy and the sight grew dim. It's time to start for the night. They stood in the doorway, heard the mission bell. I was thinking this could be heaven, or could be hell. Showed me the way. Voice down the corridor, heard them say, welcome to the Hotel California. Such a lovely place, such a lovely face. 20 room at the Hotel California. Any time of year, you'll find it there. There you go, folks. Good to see you, and welcome to Care Manager's Inner Circle. You're thinking, who's this strange guy who clearly can't sing nor play the ukulele? Welcome, my name is Jonathan. And to all of you Stormies out there, welcome to the Care Manager's Inner Circle. We're a friendly home, a friendly place, a place of sanctuary, with our big knickers pulled up around our necks, looking after each other. And what a year it's been. And I still can't believe I'm actually still here. But no, it's lovely. And the only reason I'm still here is the lovely heartfelt messages I get from lots of people just saying, as a collective, how well we look after each other, which is absolutely lovely. Tonight, folks, I just want to talk about it's 101 days anniversary for not drinking alcohol. And for many of you, the first thing is I'm not judgmental. So if you drink, that's absolutely fine. But I just want to share a heartfelt share with you about what happened, 1,001 days ago when both myself and my lovely wife Jo decided that was enough. And I just want to share that we all, got challenges in life. We've all got trials and tribulations, but this is probably one of the biggest battles that and we fought and won. And I just wanted to share with you. So the starting point is that from a background, did I think I was alcoholic? I'm not too sure. I'm very conscious that people make reasons why, like you have your own rules. I gathered this at the time. You have your own rules. And so to me at the time, alcoholism was something that was along the lines of, well, I don't drink during the day. I'm clearly high functioning. It's not affecting my work nor my life. I'm in a loving relationship, and there are no general issues. And here's Joe. Have you got that? Oh, okay. Have you got the author? Right. Is the book that we used at the time. And so at the time, you've got all these rules of the reasons why you're not, well, if, this is an alcohol, and therefore, we didn't do the following. So, you make rules for yourself and justify. But the reality was, as my friend, best drinking buddy, which is at the time my wife, and still is my wife, Joe and I, it got more and more, it got more frequent. And of course, it was like this little was like this. It was like this dirty secret that we didn't even mention to each other. We never wanted to discuss it because you had your own self-revulsion. And the truth is that just quite simply, we just drank every night, and so every night was a bottle of wine. This is non-alcoholic now, but it was a bottle of wine for me, and also the missus. I'd probably have 2 beers before that, and that was every night. And yeah, there was high functioning. We got up the next morning, and we were able to go to work. No one would have an issue, and so for all intents and purposes, there wasn't an issue, but privately there was, and it was just something. Here we go. Kathy, that was the one. Ooh. Cheers, Joe. Yeah, go back to your cup of tea. So, and what happened was we were just drinking. We tried we're not going to drink on a school night. We tried that. We tried moderation. We tried, well, let's share a bottle. Joe didn't like red. I loved red. I loved my craft beers. Joe loved Prosecco. But it started to creep in. We started hiding drinks. We just thought, oh, this is just, and in the morning, we just thought, no, this is, and it got to the stage where then the next morning it was just, we were filled with remorse. I just thought something's got to happen. And I'd wanted to give up for a while. I wanted to give up, to be that person that, went in a pub and was quite happy to say, look, I don't drink. And, no self-gratulation over it. It was just, I just don't drink. And so one morning we got up, and it was we'd had a night. I think it was a Monday morning. The Sunday, excuse me, the Sunday was Sunday the 23rd of July 2018, and 10 o'clock that night was our last drink. Because what happened on the Monday morning, we woke up, and I'd frequently sort of voiced it to Joe, or I just said, I want to give up. I'm not, this is just not feeling, I'm not feeling it. I'm not feeling the love anymore for this booze stuff. And that was it. We decided we'd give up, and we never set any great big goals out, we're never going to drink again or anything like that. We just said, we're just going to do a day at a time. And we had a pact, and the pact was that we would, the pair of us would keep each other going, and the pair of us would support each other. So you couldn't let your partner down. And so where people talk about getting on and off the wagon, we've stayed continuously on the wagon, and we're immensely proud of that, because these poor people that do have a problem, and more of a problem. One book which was brilliant was this book here, The Unexpected Joy of Being Sober, by Catherine Gray. It was absolutely life-changing, completely life-changing. And from that moment, so what did we do? We didn't throw all the alcohol away. People say, we just felt that it was so heartfelt that we were surrounded. We were awash within a matter of days. But the other thing, we've got an app, and this is fascinating. And again, I'm just going to share this with you, because on day, this is what. On day one, let me find the app. Okay, I can't even find it now. That's how often. Right, so there's the app there, and the app, so it's got 2 years, 8 months, 27 days, etc. Money saved, and you put the money in there that you were spending. We reckon we were spending about 80 quid a week, which is just horrifying. I can't even think. I haven't spent that money in ages. There's nothing to spend on now. And we're in lockdown or semi-lockdown. And to date, it's 11,450. This is how many bottles of wine we haven't drunk, which is 1,717.5 bottles of wine. So obviously now I'd be halfway through a bottle, and that's why there's only a half there. And it reckons we've given ourselves 24 days back in our life. The truth is that our lives changed at that moment. People say, was it tough? I think, to be honest, I think the greatest thing was the fact that we had each other. So, whilst, yes, it has been tough as you look at it. And What's Nikki saying? So it's good evening. Sorry I've not been able to join for a while. Good to see you. Hello, Nikki. Always good to see you. And from Leslie, Andrew, good evening. Good evening to you all. So we're just if you're joining us, we're just talking about today is my anniversary of 101 days alcohol free, and I'm just talking about the just sharing the tale of myself, my lovely wife Jo, and so we embarked on that, and ever since then that was it. We just have not drunk. Not I say not one. There's never been a moment where we've crumbled. People always say, well, how about if you've got a birthday, you've got a celebration at Christmas? How do you, as an ex-forces, how do you toast the Queen if port? Well, I just don't drink it. I don't feel I need to pour port, or have a sip of port or a glass of champagne to celebrate someone. I can raise a glass of water, and it sounds really boring. So these are some of the conclusions. That certainly doing it with someone is absolutely, for us, it was, she's my partner in crime. She was my biggest drinking buddy. And so she's my sobriety buddy. And we've never let each other down, thankfully. We both have the same dreams, which is, it's almost like some sort of unfaithful dream, but it's not going off with someone else. It's actually drinking, and your partner didn't know, and that's the unfaithful drinking, and you wake up terribly upset that you let the other person down because you fell off the wagon and started drinking. But I've got to say, my life completely changed, and whilst that sounds a little bit dramatic, it's not. I've got a new technical life. We've got evenings. I wouldn't have known what 7 o'clock or 8 o'clock, so many meals were thrown away because we never ate them. I now know what happens. I feel safe. I don't feel as if I can go into any sort of social scenario. I really enjoy socializing with people. I think we are a bit more boring. That's the reality. I used to, I used to think I was funny. I probably wasn't, but I used to think, and with a few drinks inside, everyone's funny. But now I'm the guy that I drive everywhere. I love taking, and I don't feel I've lost anything out. I see life through technicolor eyes. Everything. I wake up fantastic in the morning, on a weekend. On a Saturday, Sunday, and whilst you think, oh God, you're sort of bouncing out of bed and all the rest of it, but you just get a different life, a completely different life. And I tell you, this was a real savior for me. It was non-alcoholic beers. And whilst you might think, well, you're just kidding yourself, the reality is that you've got to have something which isn't, a glass of orange juice or water or a tonic water. This is Erdinger. And it's just gorgeous, and there's loads of them out. There's so much selection now, but you look as if you're having a drink, and that I couldn't have got through. I would say, with that, I enjoy a Virgin Mary, not a bloody Mary, but a Virgin Mary, which is just tomato juice. So it all sounds very boring. But the reality is that 101 days ago we made a decision, and amazingly, nearly 3 years on, we've stuck to that. But you end up with more time. You end up with evenings. Relationships aren't strained. Not that they were strained actually. We weren't. Neither of us got argumentative or anything like that, but we just got very drunk, and I've got to say we did enjoy that. We did enjoy. I can look back and talk about the fun we had. And it was okay. It might have been drunken fun, but it was good. It was good fun, and having people around was good fun. And you can remember the laughs. It was good fun. But the downside was that our friend Mr. Alcohol. He was a top lad, but we had to show him the door eventually. And you just get a different perspective on life. You feel so much better. So for all of you out there, I love you dearly. And I'm not going to start prophesizing now about what you should or shouldn't do. Whether or not you wish to give it a go. For those of you who want to give it a go, I'd thoroughly recommend it. You know, if you don't, that's super cool, and I'd never be judgmental on that. Interestingly enough, the conversations I do have now, years on, is that, you know, people say, "Is this forever?" And I go, well, "Probably is, actually." I can't think of a scenario that I would decide, oh, I'm going to get on it tonight and go back after 3 years. People have it's other people when they say to you, "Well, you don't drink, well, you know, total teetotal," and you can see them, they're reconciling, they struggle more with your non-drinking than you do, and you go, "It's just not an issue for me. I don't drink. Haven't for the last 3 years," and they get the usual questions. Why was that? They think there was a problem. I think mentally, I just thought, yeah, I think there is a problem, and this is going to consume me, and eventually it could kill me. So it was time to do something else about it, and that's what we did. So there you go, folks. So we started off with a bit of Hotel California. So, folks, have a lovely evening, and thank you all for joining us this evening. And remember, get everyone into the Care Managers Inner Circle. Find us on Facebook, and we'll see you very soon. Bye for now.